Hello, Capricorns. Welcome to your terrifying thumbnail. It was very fun to create. Here is your bloody and black ink blot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scribe for your own shapes and symbols that speak. Capricorns, in the spirit of October, even though we're always spooky here, if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Capricorns, I want to stay here. I want to just stay rolling my shoulders, releasing stresses like I want to squench. That's what it makes me feel like. Also being a Capricorn, so I get very invested in our sessions together. Let's see what's going around in the aura of the Capricorns, and we'll grab a paranormal poker hand while we're kicking it. Of course, as always, feel free to comment below what you see, sense, or feel, and forego my yammerings. Oh, wow. Okay. Right in here, it's like two snakes with a third. Okay, you know how it's generally acknowledged that here we're in a space of duality and landscape of duality. What I feel like for some Capricorns, if this is your scry story, and if not, thank you for holding space for others to be inspired. What I'm sensing amongst the Capricorn collective is duality has been, I'm going to say, dealt with, as that's how I'm hearing it. I've been doing it, dealing with it, and it's almost like a dead, done, over with, but it's not. It's almost like this brass way of saying, okay, with the duality points, if I may, whatever we want to call them, in the polarities, and this, the balance of coming in, but those polarities are very magnetic. And suddenly what I'm seeing through the Capricorn collective is the space of duality, realizing duality could be, I don't actually know, a foundation of information, but it's also an illusion because the duality space is actually Triune state, Trinity, if I may. Because I'm seeing three sisters. I think that's also in the indigenous culture, if I made the three sisters. So there's something about with the two snakes of knowledge and then this flame as a third. It's coming through to me as knowledge, as this realization or this new landscape of seeing density in the duality, which is great. It's like playing the game Pong, or the goal, whatever game, actually, hockey, basketball, and there's two goals, and there's actually another one. There's another goal. That's what's coming through. Is that, yeah, I'm going to say it makes sense. My ears are up, and I'm seeing ears of a creature that's way too many, but thank you, that hear in the night. And I just saw the bat as well to validate that. It's like I can hear sonically, so maybe bat-ish. I can hear in the night. And I'm not hanging upside down about this. I'm not getting hangman vibes. Even though the bat would hang upside down and it feels nocturnal, that doesn't mean I'm hung up. That's how that makes me. It doesn't mean I'm hung up. Oh, did I mention we have the ghost tube seer here? I'm sorry. I feel like I jumped right in and just... Oh, that's fine. Thank you for being here. Like, sharing, and subscribing. All that kind of good stuff. What's going on up there? There's that... Okay, see, it's like the sickle of what I have, like, macheted my way through, let's say. I stopped to sharpen it. And now I've reached something else. I feel like it's this goal that's not a goal in the traditional sense. I think it has something to do with gratitude as well. Like, I'm grateful for the duality. It's no longer a dance that I am damned to. Yeah. That's what that makes me feel like. Okay, there's another set of ears, and I have something in my eye, and it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Capricorns. Rebirth. Okay, we'll take one more for the poker hand. I'm also seeing warrior horses, and I'm also seeing cats, Puss in Boots style. Okay, and that archway is very alluring for me. Okay, let's take a look at the first three that came out. Witch, divination, and intuition. How you doing, Capricorns? You know, if you want to take a screenshot. And then we have here rebirth, haunted, and banshee. Well, you know me. If you're here, you're probably a little bit of a haunted heart. That flame. Thank you. There's the two snakes, the flame. There it is. And is there 3 people there? Yeah, there's 3 people there. Okay, so I'm sensing a fear stepping forward. This is what I'm listening for. You know what it feels like? It feels like as though I am very acutely aware of what scares me, what instills fear, what feels like fright. Not from a survival space of the, you know, that fundamentally very, very valuable survival instinct. That's not what I'm talking about. I am guessing Capricorns as a collective are working through the various degrees of intuition beyond duality. It's even beyond, you know, intellect and intuition, you know, the little imagination bridge in there, of course. Okay, so thank you. That's helpful. It's as though the best way I can explain it is even in the same trifecta, the psyche and the psychic senses, and wandering into the psychedelica. And amidst the psychedelica, amidst the imagination, is in the intuition of divination and witchery afoot, I am noticing all the other things that happen there. Okay, I don't feel like I'm doing a great job of explaining this. It's like an intellect. This is how certain doors open and close. In the intuition, maybe tried and true. I feel like these have already been practiced. These have already been done in whatever modality, whatever way, whatever thoughts, etc. You have a knowing of some sort. Practice, apply, repeat. And these are the doors and windows that open. But lingering in the liminal space where those knowledges, they're not even woven together. They are back to back. They have the 6 of each other, right? So by this third wandering, it's not the subconscious state and it's not the sleep state. This is another dimension that's being opened or explored more, not even, I don't even know that more, I'm acutely aware, as though I can see now, I can overlay on top of intellect, intuition, imagination, this psychedelic space, let's just say. And that's just a very broad word. And hopefully you can understand what I'm kind of trying to grasp at. And now, though, that's like the third one that demolishes duality, but it doesn't disintegrate it because it's still fundamentally very valuable. And I understand, it's how I feel like I understand that. So now when I step into maybe a similar situation, not only can I see, you know, the constraints and the conditions and the limitations, or the ceilings, whatever, somehow it's like in the moment as well, I'm seeing, oh, it's like the obscurities. I don't even want to say illogical, because that's not how it feels as well. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Now, for some of us, if you're a scaredy cat like me, but that's okay too, there's a super strength somewhere in there. It's the feeling of being haunted and there's people grasping at me. It feels like mediumship in one way or another, however you're going to go about that. Because it's like as soon as I wanted to say mediumship in the topical way I intellectually might know, the way I've seen on TV or in shows or read books about, intuitively maybe perhaps already the inclinations you or yourself or you're observing, there's something else. It's something else. There's a hesitation as though the floor is going to break out from under me. Let's go into the zombie tarot here. That's what it makes me feel like. King of Swords. Am I protected when I see things like this? As I'm rebirthing into the paranormal phoenix, the psychedelic phoenix, am I okay? The Magician. Of course, if any of these mean anything to you, you know the drill. So okay, High Priestess wanted to pop out. Okay, so you're going to go down there. For some, there may be a male. Could be your male lineage, your father's line. If you don't know your father's line, it's existing. If you don't tangibly, know your father's line, it's like energetically you do, or you've been getting to know it, this, that, or the other. There's been certain heartbreaks along the lines that feels like it's from a male lineage, male line, boyfriend, partner, male energy. Maybe it's your masculine energy that is super protective. I'm going to bring it home for me that it's not necessarily, it might have been triggered by an external male energy, but I'm going to bring it home that it triggered my male energy regardless. And when I'm here, it's like because of whatever these heartbreaks were, disappointments and resentments, I kind of went cannibal style on it and I ate it to empower myself with, I don't want vengeance. I don't want the feeling of vengeance is how I'm feeling. But now I feel like I need to put on a certain amount of protection for that happening again. In whatever landscape this is in. I do feel like I'm in the Capricorn consciousness versus, consciousness. And there's like mad scientist stuff going on for this rebirth to happen. Okay, so when I wander, this feels very even Steven, like masculine and feminine energies at play. Somebody wants what you have, as they believe you hold the answers and you hold truths. Ancient ones await behind the doors of the mind. That's why I'm going in. There's more gates. You know how like rabbits generally, fertility and all that kind of great stuff. This feels like to me the rabbit is in a costume of a deadly rabbit. It's like I wear my scars on my skin. Acceptance and equality, whatever those are. So they can't scare me. What I might see on the other side in relation to, say, that mediumistic skills. And when I say mediumistic skills, it's the medium that counts. Not necessarily talking with ghosts or spirits or this, that, or the other, though it absolutely could. It's the medium. Do you know what I mean? Like an artist medium changes, or they decide to explore, oh, I typically paint with, you know, watercolor. Now I'm going to try oil, or I'm going to try clay. I'm going to work with flowers. I want to have a new experience at a career. You know, I want to experience what it's like to be whatever, pick a something, right? Pick a something. And it's like I'm done with regret, the risks and rewards of accepting. Hi, shoo shoo. Even the regrets of my past. And when I say past to the present, my present may be regrets, because even though they're in the past, if I'm relishing over them right now, they're now present. And they might have actually gained more momentum because they're still here in the way I'm perceiving them. I'm releasing them as though they are going up. Whatever might have felt possessed no longer feels possessed. If I was possessed by something, or possessions, there's nothing wrong with, you know, having possessions, but there's something about, why is there always like this one fly that just won't shoo? This is the Capricorn question. All right. Navigation. I'm going to flip this. We're going all the way in this time. There we go. Oh, I mean business. Oh, look at these hands. It's like, what can I make with this? What can I do with this? And it's like I'm not even juggling. All the apples are in the air, and suddenly I'm into, I'm watching gravity at work, gravity at play. There's something about a science that's coming through. And I hear like pseudoscience or supernatural science. They're creating the gate I saw on the other side. The gate that is a goal, but it's not a goal in the tangible way we would think of a goal. But it's like, again, that duality, the duality programming. It's really trying balanced emotions. What am I making? There's something on my hands. They have top hats. I mean business. That's how I'm feeling. And look at that. Okay, it's like, I'm seeing it like a little candle holder, or one of those things that, what's on the bottom? Good fortune. I don't know if they still make them, but you would put your hard-boiled egg in it, so you could eat the egg in this cute little container, or this cute little thing. Back to the candle holder, and the candle keeps going up, 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 up. Eternal charisma. What's going on down here? Oh, I'm tethered. That's what it is. Not tethered, like, it's, no, I don't, how do I say that? It's a flame that follows what I'm tossing, like the charisma of your creation. Thank you. The charisma of your creation. Again, I got these hands, your hands, something about the hands. I don't know what it is. There's something going on. I got to bring it down here for a second. Hold on. I'm making magic I feel like I'm molding something. I'm also seeing a wishbone. I'm also seeing the skull of something. Could be a fox, if fox means anything to you. Some sort of fox skull, and it's about here. It's either reminding me of something or to remember. It's helping me see as well, but it's because of something I've been through. Like, that's how I've transmuted it. I don't see it as a regret or a disappointment or hold a resentment. I actually carry this as something that I've sickled off and I've slayed something off. And it's like there's something about saying, oh, well, you know, I'm trying to be humble. That way is not for me, or that's not working. Maybe this is a mindscape, right? And it's like if someone says, oh, well, you can try this way, or this is the workings of whatever. You're like, oh, I've tried this way. It doesn't really work for me, so that's why it's not happening. And really, I feel like that's not humble. It could be quite arrogant to assume or to consider what works amidst, again, keeping it very broad, amidst creation doesn't work for you. It's like it's that's the way it works anyway. And I feel like this is what Capricorns maybe notice or they've learned. Again, I'm not talking about from people or knowledge that is, you know, one or the other. I feel like this is something else that has been conjured and created through the experiences that you've had. Does that make sense? It's like when they say, you know, when the student's ready, the teacher appears, and then there's, what is it? And then there's something else when the student, the teacher disappears. I am horribly butchering this very interesting reading for the Capricorn Collective, but that's how it's making me feel. The teacher has disappeared, and not because you're not teachable or taught. It's like now there's nothing else to do but to continue exploring whatever it is you wish to manifest. And it's like this knowing that it's not that it doesn't work for me. It's finding my way of navigating that formula that creation has expressed or I've recognized. And instead of choosing the hard way, it's not hard. Like the goat's still going to climb these very risky, tight spaces, but it's not hard anymore. It's like seeing one of those goats, like I'm seeing it, climbing the side of a mountain. And it's just like, oh my goodness, the skill set, but it becomes easy or it appears effortless because the foundations have been made to follow through with that and not second guess something. If there's something in the male lineage, I feel as though, or from a male or from your male energy that was triggered, it was part and parcel with the female energy. Like the feminine energy accepted it. The masculine energy was the one triggered by it. But together, then they came together and they did something with it. What's this? I feel like I'm all over the place, Capricorn, but hopefully you're understanding somewhat of what I'm saying or picking the pieces out that resonate. Did I say like, share, and subscribe? I think so. So in the talisman, we had navigation, balanced emotions, and eternal charisma. This is what I'm navigating. My emotions are already balanced. They may bounce like Pong between the polarities or the different degrees of power. But it's like when I know how to bring them into the beige of balance. Also noting that's a place to dwell and be, but I'm not saying what is or isn't. This is how it's feeling. But when I'm in that state of balance, I'm not actually in a state of creation. Because creation comes from the polarities that are magnetized, right? However, this is how it feels. Capricorns have, you know, whatever the emotions are balanced, yada, yada, yadas. Power, they attract, they're magnetic, and then I come into balance and harmony. And this is actually where like the nurturing happens, the molding of what is the aftershocks, the lag time maybe, or whatever the case may be for me to mold and sit with this and make new decisions of where I'm going to place my feelings, my thoughts in a polarity, yes, no, up, down, right, wrong, yada, 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 yada. Reinvigorate a magnetism, send it out, It's going to come back. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the balance is beige, but that does have beauty, choice. And it's like the Capricorns are always making choices of what to defend. What is it? Defensive and offensive. Again, it's very game oriented, and I don't know why, as I'm not overly sports oriented. It's like competing against oneself, but I'm not even competing. I realize I'm playing the chess game and I'm both players. But there's the third player, but I'm not sure. Again, the best I can do is say there's something, I don't know, it's just how it feels. The duality is there, and now there's a third, illumination with Hecate. Again, 3 flames. Something about blackbirds. I'm seeing a very fancy spider. And when I say fancy, it's like this spider is pretty proud of what it has created. Midgard serpent, cycles. See, there's that, there's that vengeance on the bottom. I'm not wasting my time with vengeance. That's not what I want. Somebody might have, or somebody external to you might want vengeance. Again, I do feel like it's male oriented, but it could be a feminine expressed that is leading with their dominant male energy to get this job done. It's like when the energy meets you, it's make a choice. Okay, you're here. But it's like I'm having a conversation with that energy. Them, me, this third energy, which seems to, maybe it's spirit, maybe you know what it is, maybe I don't know what this is, but it keeps coming in different playgrounds. So, which keeps bringing me back to that duality state is really a triune state. And not everyone is privy to that or sees it because it's highly uncomfortable or against, perceived as pseudo, psychedelica, not real. Anywho, so if anyone is sending you something in vengeance, it's like when that energy meets your energy, and I feel like it meets it like way out. And if over time it's like every time it might, or you might allow it to get a little closer, it's because it's like each is a step to say, make a choice, and not in this threatening way. But it's almost as if, because by the time this vengeful energy meets you, it's like, this is the choice you've made to have the conversation. And I just don't think it's going to be any more comfortable than the original reason or concept that sparked that feeling, perhaps. Again, it's communicating on a different level, but nonetheless, no, it didn't. Okay. Can I bring it back down again? When I saw the spider that was like in this boa thing, it's winking at me because it's woven a web around a cycle. That I walked away from. 10 of birds. And when I say I walked away from it, like when you see a spider building a web and then they're gone. They're not there anymore. They're not using that web. And you got to wonder why. Maybe it was the location. Maybe a human came around and schmucked it away. Okay, no bones. Build another web. I just heard I don't need to defend what may offend. I don't know if somebody somebody's opinion, or maybe one's opinion given out. I don't know, that was weird. One of birds in the ornatrix. Yeah, there's a wisdom about what opinions of my... do you know how I heard, exactly how I heard that is how a Capricorn gives an opinion. An opinion being, I don't even know that Capricorns are giving their opinion out a whole lot. I think that's it. Because something feels lost. Something about boots, rubber boots, like, and also like big old camping boots, or like Doc Martens. My forearms feel like dolphins. They're a specific kind of dolphin. They look a little different. They're not like the slender dolphins. It's like they've got a little bit more chunk around their head or around something or other. They look a little different. Oh, so, oh, so funny. Is it Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I'm not, or is it In Living Color? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But something about like the elbows again, right? It's like this defense, offense. I'm not qualified to be speaking these things out, but it's like again, pa 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 pa. There's something about the wisdom of just blocking and just being like, yeah. I don't know what's going on, but it feels very simple. Again, it feels at some point in time, it might have been, you know, this could even be internal talk. And it's like, now it's just like, pa, 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 pa. And at like the elbow, and it's like, yeah, and then you drop down. Oh, I'm going to break my glasses. It's so funny how I'm seeing it. Okay. All right, thank you. We'll take those two. I am going to carry on to finish out the whole scope of this horror horoscope. So fun. 8 of Worms. And this is a wordless card, so I will leave it up to you. Somebody understands the value of worms being in a garden. The benefits to the soil. There's something about a bouquet as well. I am writing. It's like my awareness is aware. Oh, is that when they... Okay. So say external energy is stepping forward. It's like in that moment, even if it's external or it feels like there's an agreement and an understanding. Remember how I said, like, you step forward, it's like, okay, this is your choice. This is your choice. I even apply that to myself. This isn't, as in the example, this could be an external energy, but the bar is what it is, because I also uphold myself as a Capricorn. This is how it's feeling in the consciousness collective. The bar is held for myself as well for you. The standard of sorts. So it's like once these energies step forward, even if they are a manifestation through one of my polarities, likable or not, or maybe I didn't follow it through all the way, or it picked up a lot of momentum. Anywho, it's in front of me. It's like in that very moment, we are both aware we're going to make the choice to clear or create a contract or sign it that we're good, or like some sort of restraining order, because something else will be born from it. Yeah. Like some sort of condition will be born from it. And while it almost appears like someone would say, well, if it's going to be agreed upon, it's like there's going to be two different understandings, because universally they are still one, and each of these energies will be required to uphold that, or it's cleared, and it's like signing away, say, okay, yeah, sorry. The brides and the Queen of Knives. The 3. Somebody feels, I feel like there's a feminine that feels as though they're, we're still here. Not sure if I'm qualified. I'm also seeing the holly bush there, or the holly branch. Capricorns, in this like feeling of like magician vibes, and I also feel like that's there's like maybe a rune, or there's some sort of symbol. Maybe it's Aries as well, and then there's like a crow or a raven that steps in. There's messages. And see how it's like tethered at the top? There's, say, the beak, and then it comes down in seeds. And you know how like birds fly around and they will just drop seeds in your yard and suddenly have a tulip somewhere, or a sunflower for us out here a lot of the times. Feel like I'm becoming a lot stronger. I'm seeing faces off to the side. I feel happy. I am pleased with myself. This is how I feel. I am pleased with myself. My intuition feels hungry. When I say intuition, I don't even know that that's the right word. Okay. It's like the two of the space of duality, and I really don't know what I'm talking about here, so hopefully it's making sense somewhere. See how in this bride there's blood. Okay, so these two, say, duality, whatever they are, there they are. The parents of duality, there they are. Emotional, root, earthly, call them what you will. There's the duality. The recognizing of the trine. It's really more of a trinity. It's being stuck in duality is the illusion, but the delusion is that duality doesn't exist, because it does. Anyway, so the Capricorns have realized something about this third, and it's hungry, and it's eating because it's hungry. And see how her hand gesture is different? There's a patience, and there's this hungry. Because it's like growing again. So this third, and I almost want to say it's like you might say Mother, Maid, Crone. It's not quite in that realm, or Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's not quite in that realm, but it's inspired by such. There's going to be a learning curve to understanding this state. And there might be some bumps along the way. Overeating, overindulging. I'm seeing like a vampire. I want to say in the show True Blood, where they're learning, or they've just been turned. Eternal charisma. Okay? And there's some growing, I don't want to call it pains. There's some growing gains. The wagon, yeah, and moving on up, and moving towards, and moving. Again, there's the duality. By moving towards something, I'm also leaving something. What's the triune state? I don't know. I just get the sense it is here and it exists. It just is. Okay. Here we go. We'll take the bottom 3 as I'm closing out here. 7 of Swords, the Sun, and the 8 of Cups, or 8 of Holy Waters. Capricorns. See, and even on that crow, the wings, or crow, raven, call it whatever you want, even the wings are really, as it's moving through the air element, it's like spitting things out. I feel like I'm seeing a bird in the sky and somebody's trying to shoot it down with like a BB gun or a slingshot. Maybe that's how you feel sometimes navigating things. I want to come back to, as it says, like something about not giving my opinion away. Styling something. Maybe you're changing. Maybe you're changing your style. You're considering a new style, and other people have opinions about this. I don't know why it matters. Okay. So I feel like coming in from the beginning, there's some sort of fear, fright that is still like, if I open this door, if I open this window that's already been created and known, what's going to come through? There's an intelligence, again, because it's like spiritual survival as well as like earthly survival. I feel like somebody also in the very tangible world might be trying to ward me off from pursuing something. Intelligence says you will obviously make your own choices and know if you're just being rebellious or difficult or don't tell me. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And your inner reasons for that. Parents or somebody who likes to take on a parent role. That's one rabbit hole. The other rabbit hole, when I dive all the way down into like this pantsuit almost, I realize that the little bit of, fear, fright I may have of the different kind of creatures I'll meet are stepping forward to maybe to add a little fright, because I think where it is, it's not for the weak. And I'm not saying weak as in worthless. That's not, it's a strength building, releasing dogmas, releasing things based on duality's concept of, and whatever that means for you, not as a whole. Oh, I feel like I'm so butchering this. Okay. It's like meeting scary things that aren't scary, but they are presented scary because they too don't want to be like, don't waste their time. And even, it's not even like the faint of heart. It's those that have had the strengths to mend their heart. Because I'm seeing the game Nightmare when I was a kid. It was like that VHS game, and it was like that, it was kind of like this banshee creature, but it was a gentleman. Somebody also might be going through a lot of grief and be feeling very banshee-ish and just not putting up with anything. Again, see, it can be used as a positive attribute. It doesn't have to be mean or scary. I lost my other train of thought. I apologize. Okay, closing out messages. And I really need this fly to shoo. That with the sun and knowledge, like there's so much coming through. And I don't know if it's, or what you're moving towards, this knowledge that's in a different area. It feels like everything that is classic, Let's see all these symbols in here. Anything that is classic. They were fundamentally important to bring about. Because I'm seeing a shelf with all of these different wonderful things on it. Of adventures I've been on, choices I've made, this, that, or the other. They're artifacts now. They are artifacts. And I've put the book down. I've even put like my warrior things down. The bow and arrow, the swords, the different kinds of swords. I've put everything down, and it's like in a moment of contemplation, you know, like in a movie where you like maybe you move a book or press something and then you spin and there's something else. And now you're just going to start walking or doing with none of the tools tangibly, but the knowledge, the experience gained was for this other state. Four of Swords, Siamese, teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric can make one appear like a soldier. Four of Wands, person, knows all things hidden, answers truly about things earthly or divine. This is where you're going. You're in the hidden. Whatever this third space that's duality, but really duality plus one. I don't know. You've already been taught the grammar, the logic, the rhetoric, and you're already the soldier. But you don't need them. All right, closing out. See, I have yammered on forever, but maybe that's what I'll do for October. Two of Wands, epos or ipos, tells of the past and the future, can make one intelligent and bold. Thank you. So it's like, when I was talking about duality, two of Wands. And even interestingly enough, and it could be very simple, but I'm just going to explain it the way I'm seeing it, is there's past and future, right? But the present is the third. But if you focus on the past and you focus on the future, it's like those are the big, broad pongs of polarities of the imprisonment of duality. But I'm not even saying imprisonment of a bad way. I'm just simply saying it's an environment. And Capricorns, consciously and collectively to some degree or another, in different degrees of each other. Because now I'm seeing it like bricks making a pyramid together in different places, have broken from that. And it's opened a door, like this hidden door. The hidden door. I have yammered on so long, Capricorns. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm also seeing some symbol. It's like an esoteric or Kabbalah symbol. Some sort of language in there. Like you're putting your boots on, you're going. Wherever it is, whatever it is that you want or manifesting in your awareness, it's like hearts are in the air. Hearts of many days, years, months. Some are being straight up released. And they are becoming birds that send messages and drop trees and flowers in other yards. I am no longer bound. Vultures coming through. My vulture is talking to a turtle, if those symbologies mean anything to one. And I will have fun along the way, because it's all a playground for my perception to perceive this third. Whatever the third is for you, the flame, the one flame with the two snakes of knowledge. Okay, I'm going to stop trying to explain this, Capricorns. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again soon.